It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 27, Jones. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The Eagles at 8-2 on the year. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to have to eat this one is down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Off-play action. Stevenson. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. To throw on third down. Stevenson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Jones. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ready. 52 blaster.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. That swung out wide to Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Stevenson taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 71 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Stevenson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back up.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw, Jones. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away, it's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing on 1st down. Stevenson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
By Tremble. And he's out right at the 25. Give him 19 there.
But plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the 2nd half.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Stevenson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing to start the drive, Stevenson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stevenson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Stevenson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson. He's got a man. That's Marshall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Another run here with Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Come on, set.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Jones. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off play action. Stevenson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.